So, this is going to be my review of Batman vs. Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham. I got this yesterday. It came in the mail for me from my good friend Chris. Chris, thank you again. AKA for those who know, it's Mount Vernon Kid. But yeah, so Chris sent me this comic, and I am going to be reviewing it. And yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm here to do that. So yeah, so let's talk about Batman vs. Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham. So this is a DC Black Label comic that is also a crossover with Batman and Fables, written by Bill Willingham, the creator of Fables. And boy, do they let you know it's the creator. He's the creator of Fables, because quite literally, every credit in here, when they do, like, you know how writers get like credit when they credit the writer or like tell you who the writer is of the book, they literally tell you in every chapter, writer and creator of Fables. Like, in case you forgot, every issue it's like Bill Willingham, writer and creator of Fables. So yeah, so this is the first time I think saw that this is the first time Fables crossed over into the DC universe, even though it is technically a DC book. It was a Vertigo book, now a Black Label book. This comic also doesn't involve the main DC universe Batman. This is its own universe Batman, and we'll go into that in a bit. So the story is that Batman is investigating a series of animal attacks, as well as this series of thefts that are going around. They're book-centric. Meanwhile, Bigby is, of course, the animal going around killing people, but he's also looking for the book and the person behind it. It culminates into Batman and Bigby on a collision course. Now, when it says Batman versus Bigby, that's not the whole comic. It does have them fight for about 2 issues, but they're more like Batman. One round goes to Batman, the other goes to Bigby, and they don't like each other. That's really it, is that Batman and Bigby just do not like each other, and that's the book. But they end up working together. It's your typical crossover. It is very much your typical crossover when it comes to these types of stories, where it's like, I don't know you, you don't know me, let's fight. And then by the end of it, it's just like, all right, later, bye. At least in here, Batman's like, I'm glad we worked together, but don't ever come back to Gotham. I don't like you. And Bigby's like, fuck off too. Now, this is more centered around Fables than it is The Wolf Among Us. So, if you want to read this, just know that this is, while Wolf Among Us is a Fables video game, this isn't based off the video game. This is more based off the comics. So, if you were expecting that, then I'm sorry to tell you that's not what happens. Now, going into Batman and how this is a different Batman, this is a Batman that's still, like, they say he's on the Justice League. He's also still working in Gotham, and there's still a shit ton of corruption, but that's in the police force, but that's everywhere. But the difference is, and it's kind of weird when they talk about this, is like, at first it was like, that's okay. I get, like, when I first read the comic, I was like, okay, so it's like early year Batman. And then they talk about Stephanie and Tim, and I'm like, wait a minute, then why is Dick still dressed as Robin? And then it's revealed that this universe's Batman has an entire secret Robin Academy with Dick as like a drill sergeant. And there's several other new characters that are Robin. We do get Stephanie and Tim. We get other characters who are treated as Robins. But yeah, Batman basically has his own paramilitary group who are Robins, which was kind of like, it was kind of like, so think of it as like Batman Inc., but more like Robins, and they're more like his secret police force, because Batman has like spies that he pays off in each gang. There's also like, he has other means to weed out crime and whatnot. So there is that. So this is a more efficient Batman. He's also not an ungrateful dick to the Robins. He's actually like, look, I want them to think that I'm the bad guy at first, like I'm some kind of big scary man, because I want to see the best in them, like I see the best in you, Dick. So I do like that Batman does have have feelings, and he's also like a little more lighthearted. It's more like a version we got in early episodes of Batman the Animated Series, so I do like that. This also balances very well of this being a Batman and a Bigby book and a Fables book, which, admittedly, I've never read a lot of Fables books. I thought this was more going to, because as promotion for Wolf Among Us Season 2, I thought it was going to be more of a Wolf Among Us comic, excuse me. Bleh. So I thought that's where they were going to go, but it turns out that's not where they went. The fights in here are pretty fun, and Jesus Christ, the artwork is amazing. I really love the artwork in this comic. There's just some beautiful artwork by Brian Level, who is the art. I had to look it up real quick because I spaced on it. He's the penciler, and we also have Jay Linston and Anthony Flower Jr. at inkers, with Lee Lowridge, I hope I'm saying these names right, for colors. So it's a beautiful array. It's almost like Kyle Holt's artwork, it actually is like a mix of Kyle Holt's mixed with Ryan Stegman artwork, which was really cool. I do like it does have that kind of gritty feel, but there's also like this vibrant look to it as well. And every panel is designed differently, and it has just a kinetic energy to it too. Also, if you're wondering who the villain is, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil who the villain is. It's not like Joker, but considering that this deals with books, if you're a die-hard Batman fan, then you kind of know who it is. Like, you kind of figure out who it is real quick. In fact, they tell you, but it's like, oh, we're using him. That's the perfect idea. Like, if we're going with storybook kind of characters, of course Bill Willingham would use that one as the villain. But there's a little more to it than that. There's actually a little more, and I don't want to spoil that part. Anyway, so do I recommend fucking chair. Do I recommend Batman versus Bigby? Yeah, if you're a diehard Fables fan, I highly recommend it. If you want to see like Batman and Bigby team up, it does kind of do like by the numbers crossover stuff, but at least it is very entertaining. So if you are a Fables fan, there are other characters who are here. Not going to say who, but if you're a diehard Fables fan, then you're probably going to enjoy this a little more than I did. Not to say it's bad. I actually really liked it, and now I'm just going to bum off the volumes of Fables my girlfriend has and read those. Anyway, so Chris, thank you once again for the comic as well as the others. And yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this comic? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.